Maybe your dog does this all the time without you even thinking much about it. You sit down on the couch, and a few minutes later your dog comes over, circles once, and lies down near your feet. Not on you, not asking for anything, just close enough. A lot of owners see that moment and think one of two things. Either, my dog must really trust me, or maybe my dog is just following me out of habit. And honestly, both reactions make sense. But this is one of those behaviors that gets read too fast. Because when a dog settles near you, the behavior itself is simple. The meaning depends on the pattern around it. So this video is not about turning one quiet moment into a big emotional story. It's about understanding what that settling behavior may reflect, when it may mean something calmer than people think. Hidden dog signals. Understand your dog better. And what to watch next time before you decide what it means. For a lot of dog owners, this is one of the most familiar moments in daily life. You move from room to room, and at some point, your dog chooses the same general space. Maybe it's the rug beside your chair. Maybe it's the floor next to the bed. Maybe it's the bathroom doorway, the hallway outside your office, or the couch cushion near your leg. And what stands out is not just that your dog comes over, it's that they settle. They stop scanning. They stop pacing. Their body softens. They let the moment become boring. That's why owners notice it so strongly, even if they don't always realize it. Because a dog settling near you feels emotionally meaningful. It feels like it says something about the bond, and sometimes it does. But here's the important part. The useful question is not, does this always mean trust? The useful question is, what kind of pattern is this part of? Because the behavior is the surface. The pattern underneath may tell you more. Owners usually misread this behavior in one of two directions. The first misread is turning it into instant proof. My dog settles near me, so my dog completely trusts me. The second misread is dismissing it too quickly. My dog is only here because this spot is warm, or my dog just follows routine, so it probably means nothing. Here is the gentle correction. The issue is not that you notice the behavior. The issue is that one moment may not carry the whole meaning. A dog can settle near you because you are familiar, because the space feels predictable, because that part of the room has the right view, the right temperature, or the right distance, because your presence helps the dog stay regulated. And yes, depending on the dog and the context, that can be part of trust. But settling near you is not a loyalty test. It is not a guaranteed confession of love, and it is not meaningless either. What makes it useful is that it sits right at the intersection of comfort, proximity, routine, and emotional safety. That is where owners often read the moment too quickly. A calmer way to read this behavior is this. When your dog repeatedly settles near you in ordinary, low-pressure moments, your presence may be part of what feels safe, familiar, and easy to regulate around. That is a very different interpretation from, my dog is obsessed with me. And it is also more useful. Because trust in dogs is often less dramatic than people expect. It may show up not in intensity, but in how little your dog needs from you once they are close. They don't need to climb on you. They don't need constant eye contact. They don't need a big interaction. They just choose your area, settle their body, and let themselves rest there. That matters. A dog that settles near you may be showing that your presence fits into their comfort map. You are not just exciting. You are not just important when food appears or the leash comes out. You may also be part of what feels stable. And that changes how the moment reads. Because what looks small on the outside may reflect something bigger underneath. Not certainty, not a guaranteed message, but a repeated willingness to relax in your orbit. That is often a more meaningful signal than dramatic affection. What you see on the outside is not always what it means on the inside. This is where timing changes everything. If your dog settles near you during a calm evening, after normal movement around the house, that may reflect comfort, familiarity, or low-key social closeness. If your dog suddenly presses close and settles near you during fireworks, guests, or a stressful moment, that may be more about support seeking under pressure. If your dog settles near you, but only after checking where everyone is and making sure the environment feels normal, that may tell you your dog is using you as part of a familiar reference point. But if your dog comes near you and cannot fully settle, keeps getting up, pants, scans, or startles at every little change, then the meaning may be different. The behavior matters. But the timing may matter more. The same dog can settle near you for slightly different reasons on different days. That is why the lesson is not to decode the behavior with certainty. The lesson is to notice what kind of state your dog seems to enter once they get there. Do they become softer? Do they stay alert? Do they settle quickly? Do they keep monitoring you? Do they rest more deeply when you are present than when you are not? That is the part that changes how you read it. The next time your dog settles near you, watch the sequence instead of the moment alone. Start with what happened right before it. Did your dog choose to come over after you sat down? After hearing a sound? After following you from another room? After the house became quieter? Then watch what settling actually looks like. Does your dog circle once and relax? Do they lie on one hip? Do they let their breathing slow down? Do their ears, face, and posture soften? Do they stop tracking every little movement? And then watch what happens after. Do they stay settled unless something meaningful changes? Do they lift their head when you get up and then relax again? Do they keep checking in, then come back down? Or do they stay physically close while remaining emotionally tense? This is the observational shift that helps most. Not, my dog lies near me, so it must mean trust. More like, my dog repeatedly chooses to settle near me in low activation moments, and once there, the body looks genuinely softer. That pattern gives you a much clearer read. The behavior is small, the pattern is the signal. So what is the better response when your dog settles near you? Usually it is not to interrupt the moment. It is not to instantly pet them, call attention to it, or turn a quiet act of settling into a big social event. A calmer response is often more helpful. Let the closeness stay calm. Let the settling stay settling. If your dog seems relaxed, give them room to remain relaxed. You can acknowledge the moment without taking it over. That matters because some of the strongest bond behaviors in dogs happen when nothing dramatic is required. The dog comes close, feels okay there, and stays there. And your job is not to squeeze more meaning out of it than the moment can hold. Your job is to notice it more accurately. If this happens often, especially in familiar home settings, in low-pressure moments, and with real signs of relaxation after your dog arrives, then that may be one quiet way trust shows up. Not loud trust, not performative trust, just trust that is calm enough to rest. So when your dog settles near you, try not to read it too quickly. Do not rush to turn it into proof, and do not brush it off as nothing. Read it as a pattern. If your dog repeatedly chooses your space in ordinary moments and seems able to soften and rest there, that may tell you something important. Your presence may not just be exciting to your dog. It may also feel safe, familiar, and easy to be around. And for a lot of dogs, that is what trust looks like. Not intensity, not drama, just the quiet decision to come close and let the body settle. For the next few days, watch where your dog chooses to rest when the house is calm and nothing special is happening. That one pattern may tell you more than the louder moments do. And if your dog has a favorite place to settle near you, share it in the comments. I'd love to know what that quiet little routine looks like in your home. Hidden dog signals. Understand your dog better.